We get into these relationships and we get these really dope people that we really vibe with, but we're not able to sustain those relationships because we got all this trauma that we're carrying with us that we're either not identifying or not being honest about or not even aware of. And so it's leading to us not being able to cultivate healthy relationships. And I think because this is cuffing season, it makes perfect sense for us to have this discussion. If this is happening in your relationship, maybe it's important for you guys to sit down and have a conversation about it, right? And give yourself grace, bro. Give yourself grace. I think oftentimes we don't do that enough as Black men. I've had to get really good at that. It's like just giving myself grace for not always doing the right thing or being where I felt like I should be. It's when it comes to healing, when it comes to my life, when it comes to finances, giving yourself grace is like, all right, bro, I'm not where I really want to be, but that's okay because I'm working towards where I want to be. And that's okay. I'm on my own path. I'm on my own journey. So I think that's why grace is so important. It's like you got to give yourself grace as you fall short, because you're definitely going to fall short with all of the responsibilities that you have, bro. You're just carrying a lot. I'm not going to be able to operate in my best state if I'm beating myself up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does not work for me to have negative self-talk. And I know oftentimes for a lot of us as Black men, like we think that that's the only way in which we can be motivated to do things, is if somebody speaks down on us. Like that has to be what you use as like fuel or motivation to do better. Like, no. Affirm yourself, speak positively to yourself, like keep some good people around you. You know, give yourself grace when you fall down. Like, don't only focus on negativity, bro. Don't only keep negative energy around you. It's very important to cultivate spaces that are healthy and positive so that you can feel your best. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important to have a space where you feel like you can thrive and not only have negative self-talk all the time. As a Black man, I would just beat myself up all the time, bro. Anytime I didn't do something that I felt like I should be doing, I beat myself up. My inner voice was the worst. I had no affirmations. I didn't even know what an affirmation was, bro. All it was harsh criticism and negative self-talk, and I would use that to drive me to be better. And at a certain point in time, it became depression, because at one point in time, I was like, damn, I don't even know how I get better from here. I don't even know what to do. So what do you do at that point? When you just have a bunch of negative self-talk, you don't know how to get better from there, but you just have all this negative self-talk that you're consistently telling yourself every day. Like, that's what really led to me having depression when I was in college. It's like I would be in the crib and I would literally be crying on the floor, and I would be replaying all the mistakes that I made, and I could not forgive myself, bro. At that point, like, I didn't even know what healing was, but I was literally beating myself up. And like, if I had gone online and saw content about like, yo, Black men aren't healing and da-da-da-da, but it'll just make me feel even worse about myself. And there are so many Black men that you see smiling, that's making you smile, that's jolly, that's taking care of everybody, that's doing all the things, bro, that's doing all the things, that are literally having the worst time of their lives, bro. Literally having the worst time of their lives, but they're making sure you have the best time of your life, bro. You make a mistake, bro, own it, take accountability. But there's accountability, and then there's beating yourself up. And oftentimes what we fall into is like beating ourselves up because we don't have a process for practicing grace after accountability. It's like, bro, you're a human being, you made a mistake, right? You were operating off of things that you know now not to be true. You know better now, but you didn't know better then, right? And so you made a mistake, bro. Own up to it, take the actions that you need to rectify the situation, but then give yourself grace. Don't go through that process and then you're still beating yourself up, bro, because that does not help you. It keeps you trapped in that identity, and you're not able to grow to get to the next step that you need to get to. Because when you make a mistake, I firmly believe that that's a way for God to push you on the right track. But if you stay right where you made the mistake, God's not able to redirect you to where you need to be, bro. I was in college. I had a 3.98 GPA. That was the most depressed I have ever been in my life, bro. I would go to school, I was acing on my tests, I was doing all the study, I was studying everything, I was going to all the office hours, I was getting all my schoolwork done. School was getting taken care of, I was going to work, that was getting done, I was making sure the family was good, the people around me was good, friends was good, everything was good, and I would get home and I was literally losing my mind, bro. It is not a good experience. This is why I go so hard, because I know It's different when you know how it feels, bro. So nobody can tell me, yo, you know, like, yo, bro, I know how it feels. So I would never stop what we're doing with the platform, bro, because I'm way too passionate about it because I know exactly how it feels, bro. Like legit. So I don't want y'all in that state, which is why, again, forgiveness is very, very, very important. Practicing forgiveness, forgiving others for the things that they've done so that you can move on with your life. Grace and forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, because there's a lot of feelings of like regret and self-blame that we have as Black men that we do not navigate really well. I firmly believe that every man at some point in his life needs to take a break from dating. Why? The reason why is because you have to figure out who you are, what you need to heal from, where you want to go, and then who you need to be with in order to get to where you want to go. And if you're just consistently dating while you're doing this, you're muddying up the process because you're dating someone, they may not be the right person. Now you're going through all this trauma, but you're still dating people. Take a break, bro. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this. I wish somebody told me this when I was graduating, bro, because I thought I needed to be out here finding my wife. And what I really needed to be doing was finding myself. And I didn't know who I was, bro. And I thought I knew who I was, but I did not know who I was. So I'm telling you right now, bro, take a break. Take a break from dating. Please, brother. Somebody needs to hear this, bro. Send this to your friend, whoever you know that you're thinking of right now that you're like, yeah, this person could probably benefit. Send it to him. I say to him, take a break. Some of us as men, bro, we use relationships to not have to deal with the problems that we actually have going on in our lives or the trauma that we've endured that we don't want to heal. I'm gonna just come out and say it. I was that guy. Running or hopping from relationship to relationship because I had all this trauma and I didn't even know I was doing that. That's the real problem. I don't want people to think like, oh, men know that they're hopping from a relationship to relationship and they're doing this on purpose. Like, no, we don't be knowing. Like, I did not know at all. So I was hopping from relationship to relationship. I'm like, yo, I really don't like being single. I'm just a guy that really likes to be in relationships. It's not that you like to be in a loving relationship with someone. It's that you can't be alone because once you're alone, you start replaying all the mistakes you made and you start feeling terrible about yourself. And the only way to not have to deal with that is to actually be in a relationship. I actually have to deal with myself and I don't want to deal with myself. So I'd rather be in a relationship and deal with somebody else because that allows me to have the distraction so that I don't have to deal with myself. So just ask yourself before you comment and you like, nah, this is cap. Ask yourself, like, bro, am I in relationships because I'm really healthy and I've done the work that I need to do on myself and I've addressed some of the things that I need to address? Or do I use relationships as a crutch so that I don't have to deal with the trauma and the things that I have going on in myself? A lot of men don't even know who they want to be in a relationship with. They just out here just like, you look good, we survive, we have good sex. So no, bro, nah, bro. There's way more to relationships than sex. I was just talking to my barber about this, bro. There's a lot of men that get into relationships and they think that because they had good sex with that person that it's gonna automatically lead to a healthy relationship, and that's not the case at all, bro. Like, because what ends up happening is you're only at peace when you guys are having intercourse. That ain't it. That is not it. So many people in relationships, the only thing that's holding that relationship up is lust. Keep it a stack with you. It's cool. Trust me, but listen, I've been there. But there's no substance, bro. Sex is not substance, bro. It's no substance. That's not a pillar that you can build a relationship on. You know, like as soon as y'all start experiencing any type of adversity, bro, sex is not enough. It's not enough, bro. You need to be able to communicate well. You need to know how to resolve conflict well. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to have trust. She needs to be able to give you grace. There's a lot more that goes into it than sex. You should be looking for someone that can communicate well, that can handle conflict well, that doesn't explode, that has a healthy temperament. See how they act with different people in conflict. See how they are with friends and family and loved ones. What do people say about them? How do they say their character is? All these things are real, real important, bro. But we put these things down. We put these things down on lower priority, and then we just look at attractiveness and sex. And then for me as well, like, are they a woman of God? And I mean real children of God. I mean real children of God that's like legit practicing. No offense. No offense to nobody. But a lot of y'all in some of these relationships getting done wrong and not being able to build a foundation because you're not pursuing children of God. You read the Bible? Do you pray? If I was intentionally dating right now, I would bring these questions up in a real playful and fun way. We would legit be at dinner or a movie or whatever the case may be. I'm like, yo, when was the last time you read the Bible? Like, I'm just curious. Like, you be reading the Bible? Out of nowhere, we just laughing, we talking. And now I'm getting a legit real reaction and response to that. She's like, oh yeah, now I read the Bible all the time. Like I just read blah, blah, blah. Or you know what? I should be reading it more. Now I'm like, okay, cool. She's aware. I could work with that. Or it's like, nah, I don't read the Bible. I'm like, oh, fuck no. Excuse my language, damn. I'm bad too. But listen, right? She's like, nah, I don't read the Bible. I'm like, I'm good. Because that to me means I'm gonna have to pull something out of you that you're not even interested in doing.